today's pre-departure video is going to be a top 10 list, I guess, of things that I believe any travel abroad student should bring with them. I tried to pick 10 items that were more general so they weren't too region specific. So I hope that this little video will kind of help give an idea of items that you might want to consider bringing as well. So item number 10 is kind of a representation of two things that you might want to consider. Either an item that could be hard to find in the country you're going to be staying at, or an item you prefer to use because it's a preferred brand. So mine is both, and that's Old Spice deodorant. In China, I guess deodorant's not something that is commonly used. I'm sure I'll be able to find it because I'm going to be in a rather large city, but I heard that deodorant could be at a really marked up price. So I bought 5 of these because Old Spice is really the only thing that's real specific that I want to make sure I can use, because toothpaste I don't really care so much about, shampoo, a body wash, that's not really too particular to me, so I can use whatever. But Old Spice deodorant is something that I really like to use, and because deodorant's gonna be hard to find, I thought it'd be a good idea to stock up. So having 5 sticks of this in my luggage will make me feel a little bit better. I mentioned item number 9 in my previous video, but I thought it was a good item to consider purchasing, and that's the Worldwide Travel Power Strip. It's handy in case if you go to a hotel and only has one plug-in and you have multiple items you need to charge. This is a good thing to have, and I mentioned a lot in my last video, so if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and go and watch it. Item number 8 is also an item I mentioned in my previous video, and that's a adapter plug for your electrical devices. Like I said, you'll need this device to make sure you can plug in your items into the sockets in the country you're going to. So probably one of the most crucial items you need right here is an adapter plug. Item number 7 on this list is pictures of family and friends. I believe pictures are crucial in a study abroad trip because you're going to be away from them for such a long period of time, whether it's just a semester or a year. So I believe having a picture or just something to look at will help kind of relieve a little bit of that anxiety of being away from your family and friends for so long. And I believe that a physical picture is better than a digital picture because it's something you could lay next to you on your bed or put on your desk, so you don't have to turn on your computer or I guess your camera and take a look at them. It's just always there for you to take a glance at, and will help you get through some of those sadder times of being away for so long. So definitely bring a few pictures to help relieve some of that stress and anxiety. For item number 6, I couldn't just pick one thing because all 3 of the items I picked fulfill the same goal, and that's to kind of help with the plane ride to wherever you're going. For me, I have a 14.5-hour plane ride just from Chicago to Shanghai, and I need to make sure I'm going to be entertained enough to make it through that, because I took a 4-hour train ride and that was just the worst experience, just being so bored. So the 3 items I picked were DVDs, a good book, and my Nintendo DS. All 3 of these things will help get me through that plane ride. If I want to crack open and watch a movie, you can kill an hour and a half with a movie. And I definitely recommend bringing a new book. I bought this autobiography by George Carlin, and I haven't started reading it because if I start reading something, I don't want to finish it on an airplane, have nothing else to read. So definitely a brand new book is recommended. And then for my DS, whether it's playing Pokemon or my Chinese coach, whatever I want to play, it's just a way to kill some hours on an airplane. And all 3 of these items can also be something if I want to use in China. If I have a little bit of free time, my brain's just so absorbed with Chinese goodness that I just want to sit down and watch a movie. I'll have movies to watch. So I believe books, movies, and maybe a handheld game will be crucial. Well, maybe not necessarily crucial, but just a good thing to have for your study abroad trip. Item number 5 on my list is extra memory cards for your camera. I believe it's important to have extra memory cards because you want to make sure you never run out of room when taking pictures or capturing videos. So definitely make sure you stock up on memory cards for your camera. Item number 4 is TSA approved luggage locks. Now, luggage locks you might not think are too important because if someone really wants to get in your bag, they can get in it pretty easily. But I believe a good thing about luggage locks is it kind of steers people away who might want to take your luggage or steal something out of it, because would you take someone's luggage who has a lock as opposed to someone who doesn't? So even though it's not really all that much protection, I think it offers a little bit of peace of mind knowing that most likely someone who really wants to take something out of someone's bag is not gonna go for the one that has a lock and they're gonna have to like spend time playing with. They're gonna go for someone who they can easily just unzip. So and make sure when getting locked it has this little stamp right here because that means it's TSA approved because they'll have keys that can go in here, so you don't have to worry about them just cutting off your lock and not having that little peace of mind. So, and they have dial combination or keys, and I just found like this one at Walmart. So, just I think a luggage lock is a good idea for just a little bit of peace of mind, really, if anything. So, definitely consider putting one on your luggage. Item number 3 is a multi-tool. I believe multi-tools are important because inside they have many different things, such as screwdrivers, pliers, bottle openers. Just because you never know when you're going to be in a pickle and have to tighten a screw or need to open a bottle that you can't just twist off. So I think it's just a nifty little thing to have. The thing about multi-tools are, make sure you don't put this in your carry-on because it will just be confiscated, so it has to be in your checked luggage. But I think it's just a good idea to have just a little something, maybe not this big, but maybe just a little knife that has like a Phillips screwdriver and a bottle opener. Just something to have just in a tight squeeze, I guess. Item number 2 on my list is either a money belt such as this, or a like hidden pouch. And what these devices do are they are a way to securely carry like money. Um, a money belt, for instance, has a zipper on this inside, so you zip it down, and you're able to fold bills and place them inside here. I know for China, like major crimes aren't too commonly heard of, but petty crimes such as like pickpocketing are a big deal. So I've been warned by a teacher that it's probably a good idea. Whatever money I'm considering spending for the day, just put that in my pocket, and any extra money in case something comes up, put in this belt. And if I need to get money out for a reason, though, go use a restroom or you'll be private, and then you can just pick up the belt real quick and grab a couple extra dollar bills. So I believe like just this item alone is one of the more crucial items. So you know that your money's safe. You don't have to, because they're not gonna be able to pickpocket this out of you unless they know unless you're like a real tourist and just like out in the open, like, oh yeah, let me grab out some money in my pocket. Then I mean, of course, but otherwise, it just looks like a regular old belt, really, nothing too special. So I believe this is a good item to have to carry money around and for a little bit extra protection than having just a lot of cash in your pocket. The number 1 item on my top 10 list here is a English 2, and then whatever language you're going to be studying, a dictionary or a phrase book. I believe books like this are important because whether you're doing homework or you're just out there in that culture, if you need to know a word, it's very handy to just flip open a book like this, look it up, and know how to say it. So if you want to buy a watch but you don't know where the watches are, you just look it up and with your knowledge of the language, ask where the watches are. So I believe just books like this are pretty important to have when you're over in a foreign country, so it's just a way to help communicate with the locals. Item 0 on my list, or a bonus item if you will, isn't anything tangible, but it's just that sense of adventure and that excitement for studying abroad. People like me and you are going to be experiencing this whole new culture and world, and we can't let ideas that we already have keep us from having such a good time. There's gonna be things I'm gonna miss from home, like my mom's cooking or Taco Bell or just hanging out with my own friends. But I didn't spend so much time and effort to do those same things just in a different country. So just have that sense of adventure, and you're gonna have such a great time. Because I know I'm looking forward to my trip. So just definitely have that adventure. It's the most crucial thing you need for any study abroad trip. And that's gonna be it for my top 10 items I believe any study abroad student should consider bringing. A couple items might be different for you than they were for me. Like maybe you don't care so much about deodorant, but you care about a special kind of shampoo, or you prefer to bring more books than you do to bring a Game Boy. Like I know Kindles are really popular. I'm not that avid of a reader, so I just brought my one book here, but that might be something else to consider. I'm hoping maybe this video has introduce you to a couple items that you maybe hadn't thought about before. Like for me, I hadn't really thought about a money belt originally, but when researching, I thought, yeah, that's probably a good idea to bring. So I just hope this video has given you a little bit of insight of things that I brought and things that you might consider bringing. Like I said before, any questions, just drop them down in the comments, and I'll try my best to answer them. And I'm not sure what my next video is going to be. I'm not really ready to do my packing video yet because, as you can see, I just have things like all in bags I've drug out, and there's minimal things packed in that bag. So the packing video is probably a good week or so away, but I'll try to think of other videos to do. Maybe talk about my experiences getting my visa and passport. I don't know. But until next time, I'm Brett, and I'll see you later.
Because